Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, Gardening in Cold Spring Harbor. Welcome back to Long Island, New York, Zone 7A. How have you guys been? How is your gardening coming along? What have you guys planted or started from seeds yet so far? Why don't you guys tell me all about your gardening below this video in the comment section. Love reading your comments and love responding to each and every single one of you. So what are we going to do today? What are we going to talk about today, guys? Today we are going to focus on and talk about all the seeds that you can direct sow in your garden in the month of April. And when I say direct sow, I don't mean those seeds that you can start indoors in seed starting trays. Today, I'm only going to focus on those seeds which can and should be directly sown in your home garden, whether it's in the soil or in your raised garden beds in the month of April. If you guys will enjoy this video, if you will find this video to be very helpful, useful, and interesting, show me that support, guys. Click thumbs up below this video. Leave your comments below, and you can show me even more support by subscribing to my channel, guys. I try very hard to upload a new video for you almost daily. So if you guys like my videos, if you appreciate the effort that I'm making here, subscribe to my channel. Super easy. Go below this video and click the subscribe button. And if you do not want to miss any of my new upcoming gardening videos, if you want YouTube to notify you next time I upload a new video, also click the bell icon. It is also below this video. Now let's get started. Let's talk about all the root vegetables, all our leaf greens, and some other things which you can directly sow in your garden in the month of April. Come with me, let's get started. So in today's video, I'm going to divide the seeds into three categories. The first category will be our leafy greens. Category number 2 will be our root vegetables. And category number 3 will be any additional plant which is not, say, included in the first two categories. So here I have all these seed packets in my hands. Some of you might wonder, why do I have so little packets? Is this all we can directly sow in April? The answer is absolutely not, guys. These are just few things that I didn't get to plant yet, but I will do so today and in the next few days. The other herbs and leafy greens and vegetables I have already directly sown in my home garden right behind me in my raised garden beds. And I'm going to take you through each and every one of those and give you a sneak peek, and I will show you exactly how my seedlings are doing, what's going on with those seeds, what has germinated, what hasn't germinated yet, and how are they progressing. So come with me. So let's start with our first category, our leafy greens. So the first leafy green, which should be directly sown into your home garden, is our lettuce, you guys. Yes, you should plant lettuce when the night temperatures are almost freezing and the day temperatures are, say, in the mid 50s. As you could see, I already planted my 3 varieties. We have my classic mix over here. It sprouted, it germinated beautifully, and it's growing nicely. I have my lettuce little gem over here. Also very nice germination rates. It's growing beautifully. So when I plant my lettuce, and this is the lettuce bib over here, also doing nicely, I plant in a style that is called high intensity spacing, meaning I pack them very tightly together and I space them less than half an inch apart. So how does this high intensity spacing method work? Let me tell you guys. So why do I use the high intensity spacing method? What benefit does it give to my raised garden bed garden? Well, first of all, when you are spacing your seeds less than half an inch apart, clearly they will sprout at very, very close together. And by doing that, you are protecting your soil from extra heat. It also protects your soil from evaporation, and it suppresses weeds, because by planting plants that close, weeds have almost no room to grow. And of course, the high intensity method gives us more plants to harvest, which is just the best thing. And when it comes to growing lettuce, always use the cut and come again method. For those of you who never heard this term, what does that mean? Once your lettuce grows and becomes just, a bit taller, you can cut it and eat it. And in that same place, you can seed more lettuce seeds. By using the cut and come again method, you will have lettuce growing all spring, all the way, say, into mid-summer. The next vegetable which you should sow directly into your garden in the month of April, spinach, guys. I already sowed my spinach seeds, the baby leaf, and the salad sensation over here in my raised garden bed just a few weeks ago. And as a matter of fact, I have that video still uploaded on my channel. If you are interested in seeing exactly how I plant and grow my spinach from seeds, I give you guys lots and lots of very helpful, useful tips in the video, and you can watch it right after you guys watch this video. So as you can see, germination is beautiful. It all sprouted for me and it's starting to grow. Remember, guys, spinach, just like lettuce, is a cool weather, cool season loving vegetable. In fact, if it's exposed to 70 degrees Fahrenheit temperatures or above, it will bolt, meaning it will go to seed. It will start getting very bitter and start to produce seeds instead of these beautiful green leaves. So plant your spinach as soon as possible, you guys. So what are some other leafy greens that you can plant in the month of April? In fact, you should sow them directly into your garden in the month of April. Arugula, you guys. Arugula is a delicious, delicious leafy green. And a lot of us love tasting arugula in our salads. Many of us do not like arugula that tastes very, very peppery and bitter. But what do you think causes that bitterness? That's right, warmer temperatures. You should plant arugula before you even plant your lettuce. Arugula can tolerate temperatures below freezing at night. So get out there and plant that arugula as soon as your temperatures hit above 70 degrees. That is when your arugula will start to get bitter, peppery, and will bolt. What is another leafy green you should sow in the month of April? Swiss chard, you guys. It is so versatile and delicious. And let me tell you, it can be planted in the spring, in the fall, and even in the summer. There are so many beautiful, delicious varieties of Swiss chard. They come in green, darker green, lighter green. They come in with yellow stems, pink stems, you name it. And if you like your Swiss chards with smaller, younger, sweeter tasting leaves, I suggest planting your Swiss chard in the spring, you guys. I do not have any Swiss chard seeds at this time, but you absolutely can and should sow those in the month of April. Another leafy green is our radicchio, guys. Why should you plant it this early in the season? Many of us do not like the taste of radicchio, thinking that it's so just bitter, just off tasting, so peppery. Why do we associate such negative flavors with this beautiful leafy green? Guess what, guys? If you buy spring mix packages in your grocery stores or supermarkets, 98% of the time it comes with young baby radicchio leaves, and we consume it and we enjoy it. Why do you think it tastes delicious when it comes in those spring mix packets? Because that radicchio gets planted very early in the season and gets harvested when the leaves are still tender, baby leaves. That's what gives them that beautiful, delicious, mild flavor. So if you enjoy consuming, eating radicchio, you should plant it now in the month of April. Last but not least, what is another leafy green that should be directly sown into your garden in the month of April? Our mustard greens. Just like arugula, just like spinach, if you plant your mustard greens too late in the season, once your temperatures go above 70 degrees, your mustard greens will bolt and go to seed. So if you enjoy consuming mustard greens, get your hands dirty and sow those directly into your garden now in the month of April. Let's move on to category number 2, our root vegetables that should be directly sown in the month of April if you haven't yet already done so. Our first root vegetable is our radish, you guys. I have already directly sown my radish seeds, 2 varieties, into my raised garden beds. This year I'm growing the German giant variety and the crimson giant varieties. If you guys are interested, I have a video also on my channel where I show you exactly step by step how I plant and I grow my radish from seed. As you could see, it is doing absolutely beautifully. Radish is a cool season crop and must be directly sown into your garden no later than the month of April. It will not tolerate warmer day temperatures. The next root vegetable that needs to be directly sown into your garden in the month of April, no later than that, are our beets. I already directly sown my beets into my home garden. As you could see, they germinated and they sprouted and they're growing just beautifully. This year I am growing 2 beet varieties, the Jupiter beet and the Detroit dark red. Again, guys, I have a video on my channel where I sow these beet seeds together with you, and I give you step by step instructions on how to get maximum growing success when sowing your beet seeds. If you are interested, you could still view that video on my channel. The next root vegetable which must be sown directly into your garden no later than the month of April are our carrots. This year I'm growing 4 carrot varieties, the long imperator, the tender sweet, the red cord, and the scarlet. As you could see, each of the varieties has already germinated and is growing exactly how I need it to grow. It's right on point. I also have a video on my channel where I talk all about directly sowing and growing and maintaining this cool season loving root vegetables. You could still access this video on my channel. Remember, carrots and beets are cooler season loving crops. They will not tolerate growing in warm day temperatures. Moving on to the next root vegetable, onion, guys. I directly sow my onion, the shallots and my white onion over here in my raised garden bed. All is growing beautifully. I have this large garden bed filled with young, tender green onion. Onion is a cool weather loving root vegetable and must be sown into your ground no later than April, you guys. So what are some other root vegetables which you can directly sow into your garden in the month of April? I do not have the seeds for these root vegetables, as personally my children, my family are not, big consumers of these root vegetables. But by all means, guys, if you enjoy eating these root vegetables, plant them now, directly sow them in your garden. One of those root vegetables are your parsnips. Yes, parsnips need to be directly sown into your garden in the month of April. Plant them as soon as possible, because the thing about parsnips is that they take forever to germinate, and they take roughly 130 days from sowing until harvest time. So if you want to enjoy eating your parsnips, plant them as soon as possible. Another root vegetable that should be sown in the month of April is our turnip. Again, my family is not a large consumer of turnip, so I do not have turnip seeds here with me today. But turnip is also a cool weather loving root vegetable, and it does take some time for it to grow, 90 to 120 days to harvest. So plant turnip as soon as possible. One more root vegetable I want to talk to you guys about, our potatoes. Whether you grow them in pots or containers like I do over here, or you grow them directly in your home garden, potatoes must be directly sown no later than the end of April. I am growing 3 varieties of potato this year. The red Norland variety, you could see it's growing beautifully. Look how nice and large these sprouts are. I have 2 containers of the red Norland, 2 containers of the white Superior, also growing just nicely considering I planted them not too long ago. And I have the Yukon Gold, the 2 pots. As a matter of fact, we planted these together with you guys. I made a video on how I pot and grow my potatoes in containers. Again, regardless whether you grow your potatoes in containers or in your garden, you should directly sow them in the month of April. If you're still interested in watching my video where I give you step-by-step instructions on growing potatoes, harvesting potatoes, maintaining potato plants, you could still watch this video. It is still available on my channel, Gardening in Cold Spring Harbor. And now let's talk about the third category that must be directly sown at the month of April. So this category includes herbs and vegetables that are not root vegetables or leafy greens, basically whatever I have not mentioned in the category 1 or category 2, I will mention in this category number 3. So let's get started. Come with me. Another vegetable which must be directly sown into your home garden in the month of April is our cabbage. I already planted my cabbage over here in my south side garden. It is growing and prospering, as you could see. Leaves are getting green and large, which is exactly what we want to see this time of the year. Another cool season loving vegetable is our cauliflower. I already started my cauliflower. I already sowed it into my garden over here, my south side garden. Also nice and green, multiple leaves. exactly where it needs to be at this time of the year. Another delicious, healthy vegetable is our Brussels sprouts. Yes, Brussels sprouts, just like cauliflower and cabbage, prefer cool weather, cooler nights, cooler days. Directly sow your Brussels sprouts in your garden in the month of April. Another cool, loving weather vegetable is our broccoli. I have my broccoli growing right over here. I already directly sowed it into my ground and it is loving the cooler, milder temperatures and the watering and the sunlight, so it's doing just great. Another cooler weather loving vegetable, our asparagus. I already planted my asparagus over here. Look, it already sprouted, guys. Look at this guy. So this is the Mary Washington variety of my asparagus. It is loving this cooler weather. Here I have the Jersey Giant asparagus variety. Also, I have a few asparagus that already germinated, already came up through the ground. There's another little guy over here. I have a video on my channel as well where I show you exactly how I plant my asparagus. I give you step-by-step instructions, how to plant it, how to grow it, how to harvest it, etc. If you're interested, please check out that video. One more cool season-loving vegetable I have growing in this garden is my artichoke. Look at these. Doing nice and well. I planted this artichoke now because, again, it is a cool, loving vegetable, weather vegetable. So if you enjoy growing and consuming artichoke, plant artichokes now, guys, in your home gardens. And now going back to my seed packets. I showed you guys a few seed packets in the beginning of this video. They are herb seed packets. I haven't started those yet, but I will start them today and the next few days. They're also cool, weather-loving herbs and should be started now, directly sown in the month of April. So let's take a look. I have my sage over here. This year I'll be growing the broad leaf sage variety. I will be directly sowing this in my raised garden bed in my backyard garden. Next, I have the Genevieve variety of basil. I will also be directly sowing these seeds in my raised garden bed. Next is my parsley, the Gigante d'Italia parsley. I love the flavor and aroma of parsley. My family, my children, my husband love consuming parsley. So I will be seeding quite a few of these. Next is rosemary. Very aromatic, very delicious herb. Cool, weather loving. I will be seeding these as well in my raised garden bed. And last but not least, dill. Love dill. This year I'll be growing the Mammoth variety. Dill is a cooler weather herb. As soon as the temperatures go, say, above 70 to 75 degrees, what will happen to it is exactly what you see in this picture. It will start producing these yellow seeding flowers on top, meaning it will bolt. Instead of producing the herb for you, the green leaf herb, it will start producing these yellow flowers full of seed. And by the way, guys, if your dill will accidentally bolt, don't get discouraged. Cut off these yellow flowering heads with scissors, and each of these little flowers contains a dill seed. I save these and I reuse them next growing years. Another vegetable to plant in the month of April, directly sow it, are our peas. Look at this, guys. Sugar daddy, super snappy. Look at these. Look at this beautiful, beautiful germination and growth. Peas love and prefer cooler weather. I planted these together with you guys a little while back, and everything has come up, germinated, and is growing for me beautifully. Peas are delicious, and you can keep harvesting them until your air temperatures exceed, say, 75, 80 degrees. That is when your peas will start to die out. But enjoy growing and consuming your peas. Another herb or vegetable which you can and indeed should start in the month of April is cilantro. I personally do not grow my own cilantro. I grow parsley, dill, sage, just not cilantro. My family doesn't consume that much cilantro. But month of April is the time to directly sow your cilantro seeds. Another vegetable is your celery, guys. If you enjoy eating celery, April is the time to directly sow it. And celery takes over 110 days from seeding until harvest. So get that celery planted as soon as possible. So one vegetable I personally say do not seed, especially in the month of April, is corn. I see a lot of gardeners, a lot of people talking about growing, seeding corn, sowing corn. Corn takes so much space, you guys, unless you live on a farm or some kind of a large land full of acreage just devoted to gardening. I don't advise growing your own corn, guys. It'll take forever. It'll be the hardest process. And chances are, if you don't have all that space for your corn to spread, to grow taller, you're better off going to a local farm stand and purchasing corn there. Hey, Sammy, what are you doing, bud? You helping me garden today? What are we gonna be sowing today from seed, my old friends? Huh, Sammy? We're gonna be sowing some parsley, some dill, yeah, some basil, my old friends. Guys C, and there we have Guys C. Guys C, hi buddy. You also coming to help me sow some seeds? Yeah, my older friends. Yeah, love you guys. Sammy's sunbathing over here while I'm gardening. This is it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me here today in my home garden in Long Island, New York, Zone 7A. Today we spoke all about herbs, leafy greens, root vegetables, plants in general that should be directly sown in your gardens in the month of April. If you guys found this video to be interesting, useful, helpful, thumbs up. Go below and show me that support. Click the thumb up icon. Leave your comments below. Tell me what you guys started growing so far. What have you directly sown in your garden as of today in the month of April? And if you haven't yet done so, do so today. Click the subscribe button. If you never want to miss any of my new upcoming gardening videos, also click the bell icon. It makes me so happy to see that so many of you are watching my videos, enjoying my videos, and finding my videos to be useful, easy, and helpful. Again, everybody, stay healthy, happy, and be well, you guys. And I'll see you again in my new upcoming gardening videos. Happy gardening, you guys. Bye.